Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk more on the plastic surgery topic because I know there's a lot of people out there that will get any type of plastic surgery, like more so to, like enhance parts of their body. Because no, there was a while ago where I did kind of, I made some like motivational posts to like let people know, like, hey, you don't need plastic surgery. Like, you know, you're a beautiful person regardless. Like, it's one of those things where I'm like, I just, me personally, I don't see the reason for it. But I remember I woke up that morning after I made that post and I got like a strongly worded message from one of my friends. And I'm like, hey, you know what? To eliminate any arguments, I'm just going to take down the post and act like that, But it was like people was liking it. People was agreeing with it. So I'm like, I don't know overall what the issue was with them. But that was one of the things that they brought up was that people will get plastic surgery for health reasons. And I'm like, I'm not against like all types of plastic surgery. Like, yeah, to say that, that's probably the only thing that I would support out of it is for health reasons, or to like benefit yourself. I know that there's people they would get, I don't know what that surgery is, but they will like remove their breast and put implants there, to eliminate breast cancer. What are some other things? I think one of the things I remember me and this friend had talked about was like nose surgery so people can breathe easier. And yeah, I'm like, okay, if it's like for health benefits, or even a breast reduction. And I'm like, look, if it's for health benefits or to just make life easier on you, okay. But if you're doing it to, like for an appearance gain, like you want a bigger butt so people would stare at it, you want bigger boobs so people would stare at it, or, for whatever reason, it's like, bruh, they ain't even, worth it at the end of the day. My thing is this. Whatever you was born with, accept it. Because I don't know, like, I'm not trying to say that, okay, you get the plastic surgery, but then you don't like it. But now you're stuck with it. And I don't think a lot of people, yeah, there might be people out there, they get plastic surgery, they might like it for that short little time. And then afterwards, at some point in time, they're like, I don't even want this no more. Like, why did I even get this in the first place? And so, no, it's people out there where it's like, they'll do that. And I'm like, that's why I'm like, me personally, because I'm like, if that's the case, and I was like, and that's one of the things, because that's my friend, like, they caught me when I just woke up. So, that's what I should have did. Or I think, did I say something? I think I did make an example to just, more so have it where they seen my point of view. But I still just, took the post down to eliminate any, issues and stuff. But I'm like, that's like if I got like, it started injecting myself with like, steroids or whatever, because I want to be bigger. Like I'm saying, like that stuff be having like that's a health defect right there. That's going to mess me up. And so I'm saying it's like stuff like that. I've heard situations where people, they've gotten like butt injections. And I think one lady had died from it. I don't know. Like, I just know that stuff, it can, lead into some issues in the long run. And I think there is even this one girl, she was a wrestler. And one of her, like, breast implants had ruptured. And because she, like, had slammed, like those wrestlers be slamming and stuff. And so she slammed her, her breast had ruptured, and I'm like, bro, that is scary. I'm saying, how many times you hear about that with a woman that just got, like, her, natural, like, breasts and things? Like, you don't ever hear about no stuff like that. You hear of a natural breast explode, and I'm like, nah, that's not good. Something ain't right with that picture. I'm like, nah, that's scary. But, I'm saying, like, there's health defects with it, and I'm saying, like, if you're doing it for health reasons, okay, then that's one thing. But if not, and you're doing it just so you can, like, you think that you don't look, and that's why I'm even more so doing this episode, is just to let people know and put that motivation in them. Yeah, and overall, but yeah, letting them know and stuff, like, you don't look bad. There are flat-chested, women out there. Women ain't got no butts. There's dudes that's scrawny. There are, people out there. My thing is that, you gotta, like, instead of just cutting straight to it, trying to get the surgery and stuff, work for it. Working for it is a lot more better than cutting straight to it, because I'm like, you earned that. You earned what with what you got. But it's like, my thing is this, you're trying to put $10 million into a small little coin purse. It's not going to look right. It ain't even going to be able to fit. And that's what I'm saying, like, get something that can fit. And, and that's what I'm saying, like, work towards so where, you'll have that home, like, instead of just cutting straight to having the 10 million and then you only have a coin purse. No, build yourself up to where you have, like, this big luxury mansion and then you have your 10 million. But overall, putting it into the terminology or, putting it in the terms where I'm talking about, it's like, work on, like, don't, like, get work done to your body, but work on your body. You want to lose weight, lose weight. You want to gain weight, gain weight. You want muscles, go to the gym. You want to look, I don't know, do people out there, they really, I don't know, I never heard nobody say that they don't want muscles. Like, that's something I'm like, I ain't never heard of that. But if you don't want muscles, then stop going to the gym. I've never heard of no stuff like that, but... And then I know there's people out there where it's all like, oh, what do you do with lips? I'm like, hey, look, I'm like, as long as you can, like, eat, talk, like, it just doesn't matter to me with the whole, like, lip thing, like, if a girl, because if a girl out there, she got, like, because, I don't know, like, I've heard situations with guys, I don't want to just make this strictly, like, for women and stuff, but I'm like, for guys out there, too, where it's like, you've thought about getting plastic surgery done to yourself to make, like, Botox or whatever it is. But like, yeah, you overall do because you want to look younger. I'm like, accept the fact that you're getting old. That's like one of the things I hear. It's like people get Botox because they want to look younger. And I'm like, bro, it doesn't even like embrace the fact that you're old because it's going to be to a point in time where Botox ain't going to work. You just going to have to accept the fact that you're aging, And so I'm like, look, the day when I get old and wrinkly, I'm going to accept that. And I know a lot of people will be like, like, oh, well, you're black and black don't crack. So you won't start aging until you're like, what, 50 and you're fit, like plus 50 and stuff. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, but I'm still aging. I'm still getting old. I'm like, that's life. That's literally what everybody has to go through. There's a time, and the thing is about it is that, physically, I care about myself, but at the same time, I feel like my mental and who I am in the inside is far more important. Like, I'm not, because my thing is this, like, I'm fit, like, okay, like, yeah, I'm getting, older and stuff, but I'm like, I want to more so be, like, my mental, I want to make sure my mental is young, like, I don't care about my, like, well, yeah, obviously, I do care about my physical, but I'm like, my mental is, like, that's what I don't want to get old. That's when I'm like, okay, that's where I'm like, dang, I wish there was well, nah, even if there was, I wouldn't want to take, I don't want nobody cutting into my brain, putting some chip in there or taking something out, and they're all like, oh, now you're younger, and I'm like, nah, bro, I don't even want to do all that, so I'm like, it's just doing too much, but... No, even I just hear that, there's just so many different surgeries and things out there that's, that people get done on themselves. There's the one guy, he wanted he got that surgery where he can get taller and stuff. So how that surgery goes, and if you're like, viewer discretion is advised. Like, I don't know, me personally, I don't find this type of stuff like, gut twisting and things, but it just, anyways, but so the guy had to get both of his legs broken, and I don't know if it's at the shin part or at the thigh, but anyways, had to get both of his legs broken, get these rods like put into his legs to like extend them out and things, and then they just had to heal. He had to learn, like, you had to learn how to walk all over again, but visibly he was taller. Now, somebody like myself looks at that surgery like, that is a miracle. Like, sign me up day one. But then I start thinking, dang, I do not have that type of hospital money to be sitting in there going through therapy and all this other stuff. Because I'm like, that's the thing that they don't want to tell you about. How's that hospital bill looking? Like, I'm saying, like, they're that just, nah. Then on top of that, I'm like, I'm sitting around. I'm like, I'm trying to stand up and walk. That's going to be painful. So I'm laying in this bed all day. I'm not in the comfort of my own. Oh, bro, here's the thing. Here's what people need to know about me. And this is just a little fun fact about me. I should start doing that. Or I think I do kind of do that already. But anyways, fun fact about me. I like sleeping in my own bed. That's like one of the pet peeves about going on vacation that I don't like is when I'm sleeping in like hotel beds. I do not like hotel beds. Yes, hotel beds are like far more cushioning and comfortable, and it's like this nice luxury area and stuff. I don't like it. I honestly don't. Like, that's like one of the things where I'm like, when I'm on vacation, I cannot sleep in a bed like that. I mean, yeah, and that's what I overall have to do is that, like, yeah, when I'm out on vacation, I'm having to, like, waste my energy down all the way to where I am on E, bruh. I am running off of films, not gas, films. Like, it's just, I waste all of my energy throughout the day. So when I go home and fall asleep, I make sure I do not wake up that whole night. I don't want to, because I'm like, that if that's the case, I can't even go back to sleep. That's like one of the things I remember when I went to, I think, Vegas. And I remember I woke up in the middle of the night and I was just like, all right, and it was like both times I went out to Vegas. Well, yeah, it was both times I went out to Vegas. Because I was trying to, it was at the Caesar Palace and stuff. But I woke up middle of the night, watched this Owen Wilson and his brother Luke Wilson. I watched them do it was some movie that they did years ago. I was laughing. I thought the movie was funny, but I'm like, bro, I should be asleep. But and then anyways, and then the second time, it was this movie with Robert Downey Jr. I think it was it Robert Downey Jr.? I think it was Robert. Yeah, it was Robert Downey Jr. And he was like, it was like an older movie and stuff. But he was like, I think he was like young or something, or where he died. But he like became like a 17-year-old kid or something. That was like, it was such a weird movie, but it was entertaining. I watched it. And I think at some point in time after it went off, I fell asleep. But I was like, bro, like that's like what I have to do and stuff. But I'm like, anyways, back to what I was saying. Back on this, like, I kind of forgot what I was talking about, but I was like, now I remember it and things. But anyways, I'm saying I like being in the comfort of my own bed. But having to be in a hospital bed for I don't know how long, and I'm like, it's probably gonna be months, because I'm like, you had to like break my legs and then like re-image them but into like longer legs. I'm like, all right, dope, I'm 6'4" or something, or 6'5", but at the same time I'm like, look at all the like stuff I had to go through to get that that surgery done. So that's what I'm saying, it's stuff like that where I'm like, they ain't like, what, like, oh, it's, I'm too, like, what, my thing is this, what health defects you have at, like, well, I understand if you're, like, extremely extreme, like, like, you're, well, I don't know, like, even if you're, like, extremely short, like, what is that, like, because I know people will be thinking, like, well, I'm short, and I'm like, but it's like, that's literally genetics, like, that's where your family, it's like, yeah, it's like, well, I don't know, there's that, I know that there's that times, well, no, even with basketball players, I was like, I've seen where they're, well, at least the dad more so, it's like, they got, like, well, overall, they'll just have tall parents and stuff, but I'm like, bro, because that's just genetics. That's why they're tall. But I'm like, that just doesn't even make, like, you come from a whole short family, but you're the only one that's like 6 feet tall or something. It's like, okay, yeah, maybe you just like jackpot and you got lucky and things, but at the same time, it's like, if not, and you did because you're 6 feet tall because you got this surgery, I'm like, bro, it's stuff like that where I'm like, nah, it's just, I'm like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm like, yeah, for health benefits, I'm like, yeah, all right, but I'm like, and then also on top of that, getting that surgery, you gotta find a whole new wardrobe, because now you can't even fit the clothes. I don't even think a lot of people think about that. They're so caught up with being short. It's like, now you gotta get yourself a whole new wardrobe. You gotta go and like get longer pants. And then it's like, do they do surgeries to your arms? Because I'm like, okay, you make it where my like legs are all long, but my arms are still the same height. That's just, it's like, that's, to me, it's just not gonna look right. It's like my body is just gonna be all thrown off. I'm gonna look like, how like in the SmackDown versus Raw video games, you can like change like the different like body parts to the characters and stuff. It's like, I feel like that my torso is going to look so small compared to like what my arms and legs, like I'm honestly gonna look, what was that one, was it a spider in that Kong versus it was Kong Skull Island. There was that spider thing that was stabbing those guys and killing them and things. But that's honestly what you're gonna look like. You're or what was it, a daddy? No, I don't think. Well, I don't even know what the names were of it. Well, I don't even know if it was a spider. But anyways, I'm like, that's honestly what you're gonna look like. This small body frame thing, and then you got these like long legs and arms. It's like, it's not even gonna look right. You're gonna look like a horror movie character and stuff. So, But anyways, and I know there's probably gonna be people out there that like get on me about this episode, but I'm like that's all all I'm trying to say. Like, jokes aside, all of that other extra stuff, it's like you shouldn't have to alter, like, like I said, for health benefits, or, to better your health. All right, yeah, fine, sure. I see, like, where it's like that TV show, My 600-Pound Life, where it's like, they get surgeries to, lose weight and stuff. That's fine. But I'm like, surgery to, gain muscle, or not even like to gain muscle, but you're injecting your cells like with like, like steroids or whatever so your arms can be bigger. And I'm like, if you be seeing them videos of them dudes, they look like they're in like Puerto Rico or something. I don't know. But anyways, they have like my body. And if you know me, I'm a skinny person but with like freaking Batista, like Dave Batista arms. Like, if for my wrestling fans and Guardian of the Galaxy fans out there, but it's like skinny person, okay, but big arms. That's not gonna look right. It's like you're gonna look like SpongeBob when he put those like inflatable arm things on. So I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna look right. And then with the butt injections, I was like, I remember the one. I think I did hear somewhere that a girl died fooling around with that because it's like, yeah, it got into her system. And I'm like, yeah, it's then the one girl, she got like an implant in hers, but the job was so poorly did that you can like flip the implant like within her butt. And I was like, I remember when I can't remember what health show I was watching, or I don't know if I was watching like a YouTube video. I saw that and I was just like, hey, yo, you need to find out who did that to you and fight them. Like, if they're a doctor, they need to get fired. And then you need to fight them, like, after they get fired and stuff. Because I'm like, nah, that's not even cool. So, that, and then what are some other, like, the one guy, he was trying to look like Justin Bieber, looked absolutely nothing like Justin Bieber. And I think that stuff eventually did get to him. And, yeah, he had, like, how did I put it? It's like he took himself out, like he, died, but he took himself out and stuff. Because I don't know, like, if I'm allowed to say certain things or what. I don't know. Like, I just don't know what, like, goes with a podcast. And I'm not trying to really break no rules and stuff. So, but anyways, but yeah, I was like, there was that. The one woman was trying to look like Barbie, the world's tanning mom. I'm like, all these like people doing things to their body. I'm like, excuse me, it's not necessary. Like, if you are like, and then that's the thing. It's like, you're surrounded by people where they're going to be talking on your body, or or if they're not like if they wasn't like you wasn't getting no compliments before, and now all of a sudden you got this surgery and stuff, and now they want to give you all the compliments in the world and stuff. You're surrounded by the wrong people. And I think that's like one of the reasons why a lot of the times people do get surgeries, because you're surrounded by the wrong people. It's people that's like, putting this image in your head. Now, I don't know if there's, people, but I'm like, I just feel like that overall that, regardless of who you're around, it's like you as yourself should always like accept who you are and stuff. And I'm like, then this is, it's the end of it and stuff. But now I know there's going to be people out there that are going to be arguing and all that stuff. And they're like, well, I should get surgery and this, and this. I'm like, look, at the end of the day, it don't matter what I'm saying this just to motivate people, to let people know. I'm like, hey, accept who you are. Because I'm like, look, there's people out there that is walking this earth with the bodies that they've had for like years. Okay. Like, they ain't did nothing. If they're going to do anything to alter it, they're going to do it the right way. And leave it at that and stuff. And I know people out there, it's like, well, what if I want like a bigger breast or a bigger butt? It's like, I don't know about the breast stuff because I ain't never seen no breast workout, but I'm like, go to the gym, do squats, do freaking, butt exercises. I'm like, you could easily do that. I don't know if that's even true or not, but they say eating cornbread. I don't even know if that, why, how does that have any like correlation with each other? It's like all this breads that you just pass by and it's like corn. I just don't even get it. But anyways, but yeah, there's like so many different exercises. And if you like want to get like bigger and muscle and stuff, you don't gotta take steroids, hit the gym, do things the right way, do things where it's like, okay, it's not going to affect my health in the long run, or when I'm like 80, 90 years old, all my body, like the rest of my body is like all old, wrinkly, and all that stuff. And then it's like you just got this like round butt out of nowhere. It's like, is that going to make any sense? Or that stuff's just going to hit a flat one day. You just going to be sitting there loppy looking and things. I'm like, yeah, this like this stuff is just, it ain't, it's, I'm telling you, them long term, people ain't thinking of like the long term effects, or if you're going to like that stuff in a, you know, at the, you know, end of it, or, well, it's like years down the road and stuff. So that's, I'm like, people, it's like you just gotta accept the bodies that you have. I'm like, there's people out there that would love the body that you have, but it's like they, you know, they're in a situation. So it's like there's people that they're looking at you at like as motivation and stuff. It's like whether you're skinny, big, or whatever and things. So. But anyways, it's like, you know, it's just all, at the end of the day, it's just all about having like confidence with yourself. And I just think it's like that, just being more confident with who you are and things. It's like you're more confident with who you are, and it's like you ain't gonna be thinking about like surgeries and stuff. So, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. Stay tuned for the next, and peace.